YouTube, we are doing a build, another box build here at work, as you can see in the wood room right now. What we have today, we have a Earthquake. This is a Tremor X15. So the Earthquakes I used to run with the DBXI, which is the bigger version, the next one up from this. But this is still a decent woofer, and I think they're rated at like 400 or 500 watts. They take a little more than that, but anyway, I've got to build a box. The kicker of this one is that I only have about 2 hours allocated to build it. So really, because of the budget, as I said, obviously materials and carpet and trim and a terminal carpet and all of that will take up around, nearly $200 worth. And so there's not a lot of time left really for labor. So as I say, I've got about 2 hours to build this. So I've already designed a box, which looks something like, badly sketched, but something like this. Okay, that's a sub and a slot port. So it's going in the back of I think a 99 Subaru. Now that's our entire enclosure cut up. None of that's actually attached. It's just roughly sitting on this bonky bench, but it's all there. So that gives us a simple, real simple slot port box. I'm going to cut a hole out still, and that's about it. That's the top and bottom of the box, which is obviously sandwich top and bottom. There's our port glued together. So I've just glued it right now, and 5 tack nails. I will then put a few screws as well, so that's why I got the drills ready. Over to the box now. As you can see, it's in the same stage. This top piece is not attached at all, but the whole bottom is just tacked and glued. So I've put some tacks, and now I'm going to put some screws in. So this is the inside of the port. I'm just going to use the little edge trimmer here. This is the work one, so it's got a cord on it. And we're just going to use the round over bit, just like that on the router. And I'm just going to round the edges of the inside of the port. So, I put a round over on that edge. You may have seen a few sparks fly that just clipped the edge of the screws. And then at the end of the port, which port's actually upside down, we have that end. Now to make putting this together easier, the way I do it is I mark with a pencil the inside of there. I can then take this whole piece, this whole thing out. The piece that's on the bottom is obviously the same size as the top. Because I've marked that, I can pre-drill my holes for the port. So I know that line, if I go in about 8-9 millimeters, is going to be dead center of this. So there is the top of the box ready to be screwed down. So you can see it's all pre-drilled, and as I said, because I did that L, it makes it really easy to straighten that up. I've also got my piece of wood in the bottom there. You can see a bit of body filler on it, and that's to stop the port going in and changing shape. So it keeps it pretty straight. So anyway, I just lift this piece off, glue the edge, and then put it back down and screw it on. Alright, so I just flipped it upside down, and that is the inside of the box though. As you can see, glue's still wet, but you get the idea. Alright, you got the router set up, and we're just going to cut ourselves a hole. Alright, after cutting the hole out, I put a little round over on the edge and put the sub in now and just show you. This is why we use routers, is because that sub can't even move anywhere, and it's sitting perfectly flush. So that hole is exactly perfect for the sub, and as you can see, we've cut it pretty fine, but the height of the rear shelf in the Subaru, that is literally how much room I have. So I had to make the box as short as possible. And that is a finished box. So terminal cup hole, sub hole, and slot ported and tuned. This is tuned to 33 Hertz, by the way. Alright, and there's the finished box. It's actually upside down, I just realised, because the terminal cup's up the top right now. But as you see, it's trimmed. There's even a different grey variant in the one sheet of grey I used, as you can see, but it's alright. That's the back that'll be shoved in the boot, but it's actually funny you can see it, or at least on camera. And yeah, anyway, basic box, trimmed, carpeted, for a 15, and just black poured, just painted black. Alright, here's the car. So, as you can see, the carpet's a little hacked apart, but anyway, it fits in the car. So what we had to do is obviously have enough height for the actual size of the sub, and then we've just made it pressure fit right in between. So it's actually just pushed in there right now. It won't go anywhere. So and it lines up pretty close to the boot. So you still have a bit of room for stuff, but we're going to have to build a floor at some point. Other than that, in the back, it's just a box. As I said, the carpet that's in there is destroyed. So, and that's as far back as she goes anyway. And she's just about hitting the back of the boot. So amp's going to go just there on the back of the box. And it's just an old school Alpine.